And not only that, it seems as if Edward is adapting, as in he's switching between like aggressive and defensive play depending on like how fast his opponent chooses to attack. Like you can see him like setting off that 4-chain in the last match right off the bat and just killing Nick.
Yeah, it does seem like he's paying some good attention to what the opponent's up to and making changes based on what he thinks will beat that opponent the best. But looks like both players are ready, so we are ready to start losers finals between Jake and Edward.
So Edward's starting long GTR right off the bat. Jake seems to be doing a Hellfire, but the Hellfire is pretty lopsided right now. It's way too high to even reach. Edward's already setting off his chain, so
Yeah, quick 4. I think he saw that Jake didn't have good access to trigger his chain, so that was a good decision on his part.
ooh. There was an all-clear opportunity, I think.
No, there were only 3 greens. Actually, there was a lot of blues and purples after, so maybe. I was looking at Edward's side, and he was very far from a 4th green.
Looks like Jake seems to be taking the initiative this time as far as attacking first. Edward could have extended, but that is a pretty nice poke.
Yeah, 2-chain a little bit. He could have definitely gone for a 3 or even possibly a 4-chain, which would have helped him out a lot more, but he is digging down and starting to get back to some of his resources.
He definitely destroyed a lot of his resources trying to get back to his resources, which seems a little ironic. But that's going to be even more difficult since we're just in a 3-chain.
Yeah, Jake defended with the 2-chain, so not taking too much garbage, but definitely a bit of space taken up. Looks like Jake's just setting off the 1. Edward's looks like he's trying to build a bit more of a decisive chain, but the current direction of it isn't looking too good for that. So just sending off a 2-chain. This is definitely pokes going back and forth. Jake had his trigger sealed by that garbage, so that's unfortunate. He's going to clear it out, but he let a blue drop in there, so it's still going to be a bit hard for him to fill that.
Once Jake gets the reds off, it's going to be really hard for Edward to counter.
Yeah, but Edward getting the 3, but there comes a 3 in response from Jake. Fortunately, no greens to continue that, but still managing to at least block that garbage and then sending a follow-up.
It looks like Jake has one more follow-up, I believe, but Edward already has his damage, so that should seal off the round.
I think that might have just hit margin time. That was a lot for a 3-chain. I don't think it was like a power 3. Regardless, game 1 goes to Edward. At least I believe that was game 1.
I believe so as well. Yep, game 1.
And here we go, starting game 2.
So
going for GTR, he got the greens to fill that in pretty quickly, but it was definitely vulnerable for a point of time.
yeah, I don't think he has to worry about it too much because how Jake started off the chain was really odd. He definitely built like really vertically, and there were a lot of gaps in his chain. I feel like that slowed him down.
Yeah, Ed with the very quick 5 and just not giving Jake a chance to fix all those little things. So here we go, match point for Edward.
So this may land in column 1. Okay, it didn't. That would have been very bad if it did.
Yeah. It's like Edward's thinking a bit of how he's going to extend. He knows he needs the purple on there. Oh, actually, he decides to just go for the 3-chain.
And I think that's a good decision because Jake has virtually nothing on their board. Well, they did have a 2-chain, but like, didn't really.
Yeah. Jake's smart enough to clear his reds there and not risk the garbage. Actually, I think the garbage would have guaranteed hit column 3, so he at least saved himself there. But it's still a battle for him to clear this, especially with the 4-chain coming from Edward.
But yeah, this is way too much damage to negate. So that's going to be a game 2 for Edward.
Yeah, there it is. All right, and Edward will be facing Amanda.
Again?
Yeah.